Hello, my name is Flossie, and this is the Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. I am so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. Today we are going to talk about a book that I finished about 2 weeks ago. I just didn't get a chance to post that review, but you know what? Today is just as good a day as any, so let's get to that book. The book I am bringing you today is The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. This was her debut novel, February 2016. It is 240 lovely pages long. It is young adult fiction, but anyone can enjoy it. This is the story of 4 teenagers growing up during the 1970s in Alaska. Each of these individuals are native to Alaska and Canada, and they identify as Athabascan, Inupiat, Eskimoan, and Indian. They each have a story to tell, and they each have burdens they need to overcome. Now, let me tell you a little bit about these characters. Alice, Dora, Hank, and Ruth. The thing is, the story is told through an alternating narrative. So that's another reason why I feel like this book is special. It's not a tunnel vision book. It is authentic in the way that each character gets to tell their story. So it's not a dialogue where it's coming from one perspective. Each individual is sharing their experience and their concerns and their worries and their struggles with us. So that keeps the book rolling along. That keeps the book interesting. The book is set in a small community, and there are some secrets being harbored, and we all know that when you come from a small town, these secrets don't stay hidden very long. Some of the triggers in this book are abuse, domestic violence, financial instability, grief, loss, alcoholism. We have some tough subject matters going on, but I think they are told impeccably. I wasn't taken aback. I think Bonnie did an excellent job at bringing tough subject matters to the light effortlessly, and in a manner where it wasn't offensive or hard to digest. All right, so we have 4 teenagers all coming from different backgrounds with different experiences, and somehow we have to get these teenagers who do not know each other to come together through their stories by the ending of this book. So that was another thing that, kept this book rolling along, seeing how we are progressing with these relationships. And speaking of relationships, I should say another aspect of this book that is interesting, is that I really enjoyed as well, is the relationship factor that's going on within this book. There are so many relationships in this book, but none of them are hard to follow. The characters are easy to remember. The relationships that they have throughout this community, I wasn't overwhelmed. It wasn't too much to take on. It was actually just the right amount of characters with, the fluidity of introductions to each person. I felt like it was right on the money. So we have relationships between parents, between grandparents, between uncles, between friends, between siblings, friends, merchants, and neighbors. Okay, so there's probably a couple more relationships in there, but they're the ones that I am remembering right now. By the way, I should mention that Bonnie has written another book, Everyone Dies Famous in a Small Town. Also, I should say that Bonnie has herself grown up in Alaska in the fishing community, and that is one of the reasons why this book feels so authentic. I think Bonnie brings her own life experiences and applies them to the characters in this book, maybe the lifestyle. I think that Bonnie knows what she's talking about, and because of that, she really brought this book to life. So that's what I read. If you don't know what you should be reading, maybe you will pick this one up sometime in the future. I'm going to leave you now with well wishes, tell you that I love you, and I have to give you some words of wisdom in parting. Here goes. The life in front of you is far more important than the life behind you. Toodles!